How do you prepare for your Nsmq career? Yes. How do you prepare for your Nsmq career? What do you actually do before the final day? What preparation do you go through? The formulas, which ones do you write? The ones you write, how are you able to use it? The ones you don't write, do you want to know? And also, do you actually have tips on how to better your Nsmq career? Yes. Now, looking at these formulas on display, do you know how to write these formulas? Do you know how to use these formulas efficiently? Do you know how to master these formulas? And do you know how to derive these formulas in case of necessity? How do you prepare for your Nsmq career? Interested? Join me as we look at various ways to better our Nsmq career with full explanation of these formulas and some small tips to better the Nsmq career. Okay, let's start with some books. Anointing Mega, very powerful for biology, comes in 1, 2, and 3 by Samuel Dumelo. Very powerful. Next one, Thinking Mathematics. Yes, Thinking Mathematics, essential for Nsmq students by Delinam Amegago. Next one being Ataki, very popular for physics perfection by Paul Atakora, recommended. Then for your chemistry, please, Understanding Chemistry is what you need to understand the chemistry by Esong Benjamin. Now, some ethics for yourself. Let's go. Confidence, yes. Fear undermines thinking, enhance success. You have to be very confident on stage to be perfect. Next one, hard work. Everything is about giving into the fight to gain. Without hard work, no gain. The first one, God first. Yes, everything you have to put God first. Philippians 4:13. You can do all things through him. Only him. Don't depend solely on AI, but rather develop your thinking skills by battling with a question for days. Yes, this makes you sharper and fast. You better try it out. Speed and riddles. These rounds can change everything. Yes, they change everything. Mastering these rounds can help one to actually conquer the battle. Speed and riddles, very important. You can derive shortcuts on your own. Yes, you can. All what you have to do is you have to take your time to analyze what you are learning and understand it. Reflect on what you've learned and think about possible ways in which questions can be asked. This creates the idea of shortcuts. Yes. Now, the explanation of these tricks to be put down before a contest. Okay, let's start with chemistry. The periodic table, yes. The periodic table is very essential in a contest, yes. Questions are asked daily and mostly on the periodic table. So it's a very essential they are supposed to learn the periodic table as it is written there. All the 118 should be learned and should be written as such. Don't confuse yourself in writing the periodic table or you'll be in a very difficult spot when any question is asked from the periodic table. To prevent that, learn how and master how to write the periodic table perfectly. At least every trial, you should write a periodic table to be okay with it before the D day comes. Okay, now the periodic table we have blocks and molar masses of D transition series. Yes, so we know the blocks already, the S, P, D, and F, the prevalence blocks within the periodic table. Okay, now the molar mass of D transition, the reason why I brought these molar masses is because of 2024. Yes, 2024. The question popped up, and if you know these molar masses, you will to answer the question immediately. So refer back to 2024 per sec. This Accra Academy. Now, the next one is about the valences. It also comes. It asks about the valences of these particular elements. Yes, especially of the first D transition series. Yes, so you are supposed to note that too. You can write them on top. It is very okay Now the next one is the quantum numbers. Yes, the quantum numbers. So the principal quantum number, the azimuthal quantum number, and the rest. Yes, you're supposed to know how to state them from the periodic table using the elements that will be given to you in a particular question. Yes, so a periodic table can be used for many scenarios whereby you can get answers from the periodic table immediately without any confusion. So master the periodic table very well on how it can be written, and as you are mastering it, know how it can be written very fast because time is not always on your side. Now, to molar masses of cations and anions. Yes, this is very important. It can make your speed very fast. You don't have to waste your time in calculating the molar mass of a cation or an anion if you already know it and it's already down there. Yes. So let's say you have an example. Molar mass of calcium sulfate. You know your sulfate to be 96, calcium 40. Immediately you have your answer 136 gram per mole. Another example being sodium sulfate. The same thing, sodium sulfate. So sodium sulfate Na2SO4. So immediately add 96 to the 46, making 100 and what? 42 gram per mole. So this makes your calculation very easy and very sharp. So write as many molar mass of cations and anions you can write. This is just a small amount. Molar masses of organic compounds. Yes, this is very important. This has to be written. We have alkenes, alkenes, alkynes, the alkanols, we have the alkanones, we have the acids. Yes. So this has to be written. Yes. So you can see the formulas on top. So you should write it up to 15. Yes, 15. That's the advisable number. Yes, it's written up to 15. Now, in case you've written it up to 15, that's exceeding, you can see the formulas on top. So 14n plus 2, 14n, up to 14n plus 32. Yes, so those ones can be to calculate the molar masses immediately, where n is the number of what carbon atoms that is used in that particular what compound. Yes, so it's advisable to write these particular things. It's very advisable. And also note the ethers have the same formula for the alcohols. The ketones and aldehydes all have that formula. Yes, so know how to write it and you are good to go. Balance coefficients of organic compounds. Yes, these formulas from alkenes to the alkanoic acids show the balance coefficients of organic compounds given the sum of the reactants and the products only, then coefficients of oxygen in a combustion reaction, be it incomplete or complete. Yes, these are the coefficients that you are going to get. Yes. Now it's not here that I'm going to explain about this particular thing. The explanation to this particular thing has already been done. So what you have to do, we have to follow, subscribe. Then you have to go through the videos. Yes, there are videos on it, videos that have been already done on it, on how to attain this balance coefficients of the organic compounds. A well-made video which will run you through the basics and tactics of how to obtain this particular organic compound. Now it's very important. Why? Because a notable example being 2025%, delivering an answer immediately, not from anything but from this, because this was down. So you have to also know how to use it, and there's also a video there. So you have to look into the videos, then pick the right video, then work with it very well. It's very good and to help you. There are two shortcuts on this particular paper. Yes, all these two are used for one purpose: probability. Yes, probability. I'm not going to highlight the ones to the left, but rather what's on the right. What's on the left will come in another video soon. Yes, and you want to know. So please follow and subscribe. Now let's go to what's on the right. Yes, so you can see this is fairly for a die. Yes, so a die toss. So two dice that are tossed together. This is for a fair die. tossed twice or two dice tossed together. So this is how it's going to be like. Yes. So this is how it's going to be like. So you have to know how to write this particular thing. Now the total sample space here is 36. You have to note that. You also have to note how to maneuver your ways through this. It's very, very important. Maneuvering your ways through this. And for this one, yes, another video is going to come. So if you want more, please kindly subscribe and follow. Pascal's triangle. Yes, this is a Pascal's triangle. You have to know how to write a Pascal's triangle. It is very, very essential. Very, very useful. So you write them. It's advisable to write them up to 15, at least 15. Yes, the least you should write is up to 15, because questions can be asked more than 15, and there are different ways of how questions can be asked concerning the Pascal's triangle. Unit circle. Yes, this is the unit circle. Now for this particular unit circle, I'm not going to talk much about it because I'm very, very sure that I have a video, a whole video perfectly placed on YouTube that I can be sure of about this unit circle. So please go in there and look video. Color codes, electromagnetic series, and energy levels. Yes, energy levels of the hydrogen atom giving the respective quantum numbers. Yes, you should know how to write all these things. Yes, know how to write all this is very, very important. Now for the color code, I'm going to refer you to Atake. Yes, Atake has very, very nice questions on these color codes and how it can be calculated very, very easily. So I refer you to Atake. Now for the electromagnetic series, I'm going to explain this to you. Now it's perfectly there, as you can see, increasing frequency. So the frequency increases from the radio waves to the gamma rays. Then for the increasing wavelength too, the wavelength increases from the gamma rays to the radio waves. Very, very easy and very, very simple. So you can get questions in the sense of the colors. Yes, so the colors are in the visible region. When you get questions in the sense of the colors being the visible region, then you have to write the colors down. So from Roy, Bev. So from the red to the violet, then arrange them to be able to get that particular thing. Okay, now look at the quantum numbers with their respective energy levels in electron volts and in joules. Learn them very well so that in a fierce contest where it comes in a speed race, you deliver and punish your opponent. Yes, learn them very well. Now there are more questions that I'm going to provide. Yes, I'm going to provide and upload. So stay glued on this channel for more and to keep you updated. Okay, so what you see on your screen actually is very simple. You have to learn them. So as quiz students, you have to be very sharp and smart. Now the first one is log of the numbers, so 2 up to 9. The second one is the natural log of the numbers from 2 up to 9. Then the third one is 1 out of these numbers. These numbers can come is very, very important, whereby your division is better. Yes, it makes it better by multiplying this by that particular number. Yes, so you have to know the log of 2 to 9, natural log of 2 to 9, then 1 out of these numbers is going to be very, very useful, and it is very, very useful. Yes, so in case you are stuck with, let's say, log of 14, log of 12, you should be able to know the logarithm rules. Yes, so you use those rules, you're able to split them, then you still arrive at these numbers here. Yeah, apart from the prime numbers, but mostly the questions are not going to be highlighted on those ones, but based on these ones. So you have to master them and you'll be fine. I'll be dropping more videos, more entertaining videos to fill your quantum. Yes, to fill your knowledge gaps and to make you a better person of yourself. Follow me, subscribe, keep the notification button on. Yes, so this is Quantum Vault, where science, maths, and history has been made easy. Hope you want to know more. Yes, if you want to know more, then subscribe to my channel. Follow me on TikTok at Quantum Vault, YouTube at Quantum Vault. Subscribe and turn the notification on.